Right, last one of the marathon recording day.
It's been good.
Yeah,
I've really
for
enjoyed
those who
it.
have forgotten, this episode, the last two, and the Tooniverse Glossary have all been recorded in a row.
Yeah. I think it helps with our mental state, to be honest. It helps us understand the Toon world a bit better.
I think we connect everything a bit better.
Yeah.
Do you know what else I think would help us connect everything a bit better before we start?
Gin.
Gin. I was going to say gin, yeah.
Shall we have some gin? I'll go see if we've got some ice cubes.
Yeah, let's see about that.
Have a bit of gin, is it?
Yeah. Hello and welcome back to the Space Jam Continuum, the show where we try to make a coherent cinematic universe out of something that was never meant to be one. I'm Gin McLennan.
I'm Carl Ginnell. I've got nothing. I'm just Carl Noble. With gin.
Okay. And this is my friend Gin. Right, last one of the day then.
Yeah.
Then you can go out to sea or whatever it is you do.
Do I have to?
Well,
I don't want to.
I'll be annoyed now if you don't, because we've just done 4 episodes in a day.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Yeah, but if you now don't go out to sea, I'll be annoyed.
Well, I should probably go then.
Yeah, I need some time to cool off. Last week then.
Yeah.
What do we find out?
We were looking at Toon Lords.
Toon Lords, yeah.
Yeah.
Last Toon Lord.
We were wondering,
or is he?
Where on earth is Porky?
Where's Porky?
What's happened to him?
And I think we're going to get to the bottom of that.
Well, we're going to get to see a Porky.
We're going to get to see a Porky.
I don't know whether or not...
And I'm not going to reveal it now, but the name of the episode does imply that it's going to be an interesting one.
Yes, it does. It does. What else do we do? We talked about Willoughby and the potential of it being like a floating soul.
A floating soul. Like, sort of Dark Souls. It's
Yes.
trapped there forever.
Yeah.
That soul's just going to do its thing.
Yeah. We were trying to discuss... not trying to discuss, we managed to discuss, but trying to work out various ways that like certain toons were able to essentially stay alive forever, or reasons for why certain toons make it all the way to Space Jam, and how they do that.
Especially who makes it to Space Jam and how they're doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much the idea that got us onto this, like, the show in the first place.
Yeah.
Is just, okay, actually, what's the justification there? What's going on?
Like we're talking about Space Jam.
Because that was the thing that implied there was an extended lore.
Yeah.
Was that these characters are,
all together and on a team.
And at that point, 60 years old.
Yeah.
So...
How do they do it?
To get to the bottom of it.
So we decided we would do this. Which is
I
working
think
out
we
swimmingly.
are doing an adequate job. Successfully discussing, perhaps not successfully explaining.
Well, yes, I think so. But we're getting there. I mean, considering we're 31 episodes deep. We're now in, we're just about to crest it in 1943.
Yeah, I've just realised we've got 2 Porky ones in this episode.
Oh, that is true. That is true. So
I've missed that one had Porky as well. So we've got 4 episodes coming up. We've got a Willoughby.
We have.
We've got a Daffy and Porky.
We have.
We've got Bugs. And then we've got a Just Porky number, which I'm really hoping is going to answer some questions.
It'll be nice to see Daffy with Porky again.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if that's like... And again, I don't want to reveal the names of the episodes, but we're looking at a list now. I'm wondering if that first one is him knowing that this second one's coming up. And he's just gone to say...
Yeah. Potentially.
Just got to say some things to his friend.
Or maybe Daffy's went, I need to go speak to my mate because he's gone out of control. I mean, I'm out of control, but he's next level.
And you've gone wrong if Daffy
if he's the one coming and having a word, then you know you've got some issues.
But before that, let's join
the
soul of Willoughby.
Yeah, and see what he's up to.
See what new unfinished business type baggage he's going to be picking up.
Look at the title.
Ding Dog Daddy.
Is he becoming a dad? How does that work?
Possibly, or he's becoming like a swing jazz sort of a guy.
Potentially.
Which it would be in line with the Hep Cat from the previous episode, because he's got unfinished business.
He's got unfinished business.
That's what Willoughby does. The soul of Willoughby
just has unfinished business.
He has unfinished business.
And collects it.
He possesses a dog.
Yeah.
He tries to resolve his unfinished business, but all he manages to do is
get more
unfinished business.
Oh.
So we're watching Ding Dog Daddy. It's a Willoughby number from December 5th, 1942. So we can only presume that the dog, currently known as Willoughby, bled to death from internal injuries just after that?
I mean, I guess so, because you don't often survive such close quarters explosion like that.
Yeah,
I mean, toons do, but not all toons do. And I'm thinking he probably didn't.
And because the dog itself is nothing special toon-wise.
No. It's the soul of Willoughby that's special. And what I'm thinking is, when the soul is in the body, there's got to be some degradation of the body itself.
Possibly. Like I was going to, to something similar. We'll go over the broad strokes of the episode.
Yeah.
Willoughby, he's out and about. He wants
some
love. Poodle.
Yeah.
He's all over that.
Loves it.
Poodle is scouse.
Yeah. That was weird.
She goes, I don't want to be a girl.
I don't want to be your girl. Alright. Like, it was just so odd.
It was just like, what?
Like, why was she suddenly scouse?
She's in love with the scouse poodle. She, she gives him the cold shoulder. He sees a statue of a poodle in the yard of a big old house, which is good enough for him.
Well, I'm thinking in classic toonness, he can't tell the difference between that and
it's just a shape.
Yeah.
It's just a good shape.
Yeah, it's like he likes the shape. It's like, yep, I'm going to get that.
It's guarded by, it's a bulldog. It's not listed as Hector.
No, but it pretty much looks like
it's a bulldog.
Yeah.
Chased him around for a while.
Yeah.
In the end, he manages to get into the garden without being pursued by the bulldog.
He locks Hector out, doesn't he?
Yeah, he locks the bulldog out. Gets in there with the statue. Gets another kiss. Every time he kisses the statue gets struck by lightning, and he's like, "Oh wow, 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 wow!" But not like in a bad way. He's like, "Oh, that was something. That was that magic." But then he goes and sits in like a flower bed for a bit.
Yeah, and kicks daisies about.
And Daisy,
the
dog,
statue dog,
in inverted commas, is taken away for scrap metal for victory.
Yeah.
He goes to the ammunition factory,
which is where she's been melted down.
He finds one with Daisy scratched into the...
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be her collar around the rim of the bullet.
Oh, was it?
I think so.
Yeah. So he gets that back, kisses it, it's blown up. Finn.
Yeah.
So, couple of things.
Go on then.
One. We said a few different levels of like sentience in dogs, especially like recently. So Matt from the Millie Roleplayers podcast posted on our group a little article which was actually about the Disney Tooniverse.
Yes.
But I think we're going to tier these levels of sentience. So upright and talking, it's a goofy dog. Right?
Yeah.
Not talking, quadrupedal, that's a Pluto dog.
Yeah.
We witnessed in this one the bulldog. I don't think he was sentient.
No. He was trying to talk.
He was actively trying. Like, nothing had triggered. He just was trying to talk.
Yeah.
Scooby dog.
Yeah.
It's a Scooby dog. He clearly can't talk.
No. But tries, nonetheless.
Never has been able to.
Yeah. Gives it a go.
Does it all the time.
Yeah.
But then we have Willoughby. Now, Willoughby, I can't think of when we've seen it otherwise. Quadrupedal can talk, is sentient.
Yes.
But I think that's because the dog he possessed is not super sentient.
Yes.
But the soul of Willoughby can talk.
Yeah.
Which is also why, like, some of his like movements are kind of really weird and janky. Like, because it's like when you see Willoughby run, like his legs are like going over, like round and round, like a steamship.
He doesn't have much control over the body.
So I think that's because, if you're like, you don't think how to run, you just run.
Yeah, you just do it.
But if you're possessing someone,
yeah, you'd have to work it out.
He's like really thinking about, how do I do stuff?
That's why I was thinking. I think I mentioned. But
I think that would be a Willoughby dog.
Yeah, I'm thinking like last episode I mentioned when we first thought about Willoughby as a soul. Is that I don't necessarily think he's the soul of a dog.
No, not necessarily.
So that would go a long way to describe why he struggles to make a dog function, because he's just not used to being in a dog body, and he's getting better, but he keeps going from dog body to dog body.
Yeah,
and they're slightly different dogs, so he's having to he's
piloting a dog basically, and
he's struggling.
It's not geared to do that because there's not a lot of schemes teaching people how to pilot a dog.
But there was 2 lightning strikes in that. Every time he kissed that dog, it was struck by the metal dog. It was struck by lightning. Yeah. Now, do you think that is something actively trying to kill Willoughby?
No, I think in the Tooniverse, lightning always strikes the same place twice.
Right, okay, at least twice.
It was only twice.
It was, but, he didn't kiss it again. And when he did kiss it, it blew up.
Yeah, but I think, like, somewhere in the back of his mind, he knew that if he kissed it a 3rd time, that magic would be gone.
So he kissed a bomb.
Yeah, he had to, up the ante somehow.
Yeah, but he's now got unfinished business.
He's got more unfinished business, yeah.
No, he's bleeding out somewhere.
He's got a lot of projects.
Yeah.
Like, unfinished projects.
And one of them's to find that Scouse Poodle who knocked him back.
Yeah, that Scouse Poodle. She's got to come back into this.
Is she going to end up as a puppet?
I hope not. I hope not. Oh,
because he made that cat into...
Yeah.
He made that cat into one.
Yeah, that was dark.
Yeah, real dark.
That was dark.
We're talking about dark.
Talking about dark.
Should we...
Well...
Get on
let's
to...
see what's happening to Porky.
See how dark Porky is now.
This one's called My Favourite Duck. And it's Porky and Daffy Duck. It's the last one of 1942. And it is the last one before we think we're going to find out truly the fate of Porky III. So, I guess without further ado, it's the same day, December 5th, 1942. Let's watch My Favourite Duck.
Yeah. Well, what'd you make of that then?
I was going to ask you.
Well, we can start by outlining the gist of the episode, I guess. Because at least then if I carry on talking, something might happen. Like, I'll get a knock on the door and I can stop. Yeah, so Daffy is, I don't know, paddling along as a canoe on a lake.
Yeah.
Just on his legs.
Yeah, he just sticks his legs out so like the feet stick out the air.
And he's singing. And then you overhear, what is Porky singing? And Daffy paddles up and he's in it, and old Porky's in a canoe there. Now I'm thinking that this is Despot Porky on holiday.
Yeah.
He's trying to get away.
He's on the lam.
Yeah, and he's hiding out, and he's like, I remember the time I used to go out with Gabby Goat up to the mountains, and they were quite nice.
Yeah.
And he's off, and he's thought, I'll try and recapture that. Maybe that'll bring him back to himself. And yeah, I think Daffy, I think he's went out to meet his old friend. I think that's what I think he's went to try and meet him, potentially save him. I know you floated the idea that maybe Daffy is the assassin.
Well, I think he's on one of those all or nothing type missions.
Yeah, he's either going to do an intervention or he's going to
try
kill
and
him.
talk around his friend. Or he's trying to make him see like what it used to be like.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to work out there, because then we end up with, Porky trying to set up camp and Daffy just not allowing him to do it.
He keeps getting in the way.
Yeah, he keeps bringing up signs saying...
But that's what it used to be like. I think he was trying to rekindle, when they met, because he was he was
a nuisance.
He was a nuisance.
But he keeps bringing up signs saying, because every time Porky wants to hurt him, he keeps bringing up signs saying, it's not duck hunting season. There's a £500 fine if you hurt a duck, and he keeps doing that. And Porky's getting angrier and angrier.
But I think these are rules that Porky set.
Yeah.
And as a result,
won't break.
He won't break him.
Yeah.
And Daffy knows that.
So, yeah, the episode kind of just carries on along those lines.
Yeah, but so it's Porky winds up setting his camp up underwater, even though Daffy was no longer in the way.
Yeah, he does start.
And I think he was just seeing flashes of Daffy at that point. Every time he just presumed Daffy was there.
He is going insane.
He's hallucinating Daffy.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but he'll do it. Daffy was enough to stop him, doing certain things. So he has his camp underwater, and then Daffy he's cooking egg when his camp's back on land.
Yeah.
Daffy swaps the egg for an eagle egg.
Yeah.
And Porky gets lamped by an eagle.
Seems
Porky's fishing at one point, and Daffy, he's asleep. He's on the lake, and he's asleep. Daffy turns the boat over, so Porky's underwater.
Yeah.
Flies up with his line.
Yeah.
So that if Porky doesn't drown while underwater, he can tug the line. Porky will try and fly up.
And does.
The line. Does. And then he'll fall.
And did.
Did. He's trying to start a fire. Daffy gives him dynamite, which start a fire. So I really think Daffy's tried to just sort of make him see the light.
Yeah,
realise that that's not going to work.
And then try to kill him off.
Okay, well, I'm going to do the hard thing.
But he didn't realise how hard it was going to be.
No, he did not.
But, despite how competent Daffy is at
violence,
hurting people, he's not good at finishing the job. It kind of ends a bit odd. Because the reel goes off and breaks, and then Daffy walks out into just a blank.
I think he's done the job. I think he thinks he's done the job.
Yeah, and he tells us how the story ends, and that's not how it ends.
Because I think we've got sort of the sub portal.
Yeah,
I think he puts Porky in a film and thinks he can trap him in the film. You go, and we break it.
Yeah.
Sever connection for the portal into the film that everyone was watching.
Yeah.
Porky's just trapped in the film now. I think that was his scheme.
Didn't work.
Did not work.
Oh, he gets dragged off with the old hook.
Yeah.
And then
you hear
lamped by Porky with Porky's
his
gun. He pistol whips him. Well, rifle whips him.
And then drags him out. And he looks pretty happy about it.
Yeah. I'm thinking he's probably going to end up hurting Daffy quite a lot.
I think so, and I'm actually infinitely more worried about the next Porky episode now.
Yeah.
But we've got a little bit of bugs in between there.
We have.
Let's check that out, and then we'll finish on what I'm hoping will be a doozy.
I hope so. It should be.
But before then, last one of 1942... December 12th, 1942, we've got the case of the missing hair.
The rabbit.
He's a rabbit.
He's Bugs Bunny.
Let's see what's going on there.
Yeah, let's do that.
So, you reckon that was... bugs from further down the timeline?
I think it is. I think, you're looking at, it'd be a 50-year-old Bugs there. It's not like he's not superpower Bugs.
Yeah.
He's
got his latter-day catchphrase.
Yeah.
Of course you realise this means war.
Yeah. He's got better control over his powers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he doesn't seem to need the soil to teleport anymore.
No, he seems to just be able to kind of do it. At first I was thinking, maybe it's something to do with that.
Maybe that's why he lives in a tree now.
Yeah, maybe. And, or maybe the tree is how he gets about now. Just flies around the tree.
He can do that.
Because he can fly around whatever he wants.
That's true. He seems to be able to levitate.
Ultimately.
So, ultimately, he's there in his tree. This guy comes past. He's called Ali Bama.
Yeah. He's a magician. He puts his sign up on the tree over the hole. Yeah. Bugs bursts through and it's just like, sorry, I've got to go and get some carrots. Goes and gets some carrots. Hops back into the tree. Yeah.
Guy puts a sign up. He busts out. He's like, do I go around putting posters over your door?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I don't.
Like, get off my private property.
Yeah.
Guy offers him some blackberry pie.
Yeah.
Bugs are like, oh, blackberry pie, you say?
I'll lie about that.
He is twice betrayed. Because the guy he magics the pie out of nowhere.
Yeah, very impressive.
Then he splats it in Bugs' face. Betrayal 1.
Yeah.
Not blackberry. It's clearly red.
It's red.
Clearly red fruit. So, double betrayal there. So, Bugs goes down to his magic show. Causes all kinds of a ruckus.
Oh, he dicks it right over. I think he makes it better, if anything.
He does. And the audience seem to like it. Yeah. They laugh at Bugs' antics.
Well, you would.
You would.
I did.
They were good. Yeah. But, the highlight of the show part for me is when he pretends to be a young boy from the audience.
Yes,
and gets in the basket to have swords thrust through him. And then just teleports out and just makes agonising noises.
And hands him the swords.
While handing him the swords.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's a pretty standard Bugs fare. But I like the idea that these are latter day Bugs. Because we know his powers are going to evolve.
Yes.
And that also probably means Elmer's powers are going to evolve.
I'd have thought so. But at what rate? That's the thing.
It's like the sort of darker bits in Doctor Who where he sort of not realises that he is super powerful, but just kind of goes a bit off the rails.
Yeah.
And it's a bit darker and this is the War Bugs.
Yeah.
This is John Hurt.
Yeah.
He's
gritty.
He's the War Bugs.
Yeah.
He's seen some things, man, and some stuff,
and
he wouldn't recommend it.
It's messed him up. What I did find quite interesting is when he first gets out of the tree, he goes off screen to get the carrots, and all we can see is the reaction of the magician as the noise of carrots being pulled is happening.
But now, I imagine him actually just opening a thin air cupboard.
Yeah,
and just reaching into
but that's it.
It's his pantry.
I was under the impression that he was essentially just reaching into nothing and just pulling carrots out, and that was the noise. That just them popping into existence. Yeah, because it sounded like they should be being pulled out of the ground, but we panned across that. There was no carrot garden.
No,
we seen the place he went to, no carrot garden. So I'm thinking he was pulling them out of midair, which is why the magician, the look on his face was as if somebody was pulling carrots out of thin air. And it didn't go anywhere to explain that, so I can only assume that that's what happened.
He's realised he's a powerful rabbit.
Yeah, but that's why it's the later on Bugs. It's the Bugs. A good few years on, he's got his powers down. It's not ultimate Bugs yet.
He knows what he's about.
But yeah.
Well, that brings us to the end of 1942.
It does.
Which means we're 5 years into this little adventure of ours.
Yeah.
Before we start 1943, shall we take a short visit to the vicinity of the Porky Piggy Bank?
Yeah, I think if I poke it from a distance with a stick,
we can create the illusion that there's something in it.
Yeah, because it might make a similar sort of noise.
Let's give it a go.
Alright, let's go have a little look at it then.
So, we often gather in a room and drink tea/beer/gin and watch a load of cartoons.
For free!
For free!
I mean, the gin and the tea and the beer isn't free.
That's the cost.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm coming here to talk about today.
Cost!
Yeah, so if you find the show entertaining, if you listen to the show, please go over to the Kaiju FM website, which is kaiju.fm, and check out the Support Us page. Because basically, for the hosting and things, and just the time spent doing graphics and getting everything up where it needs to be, it's not entirely free.
No.
And just to keep it afloat and to maybe help us do some more interesting projects in the future, branch out a little bit, it would be much appreciated. It's even just $1 a month, which is pretty cheap for the amount of content we're churning out at you.
Yeah, just
relentlessly.
Continuously churning it out.
Yeah.
It's just non-stop drivel.
Then, please, if you can donate, please do. There's a bunch of other stuff over on Kaiju as well. If you get involved with the Prestige or the Three Parrots podcast or Lore Masters, then, the value
more bang
shoots up.
More bang.
But if you can't donate or just plain don't want to...
It's understandable.
it is.
Well, it is, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Then... there are other ways you can help us out. Please leave us a rating or a review on iTunes. That really helps our visibility. Or really on any wherever you listen to podcasts. Otherwise, just tell people.
Yeah.
Because if you enjoy it, other people you know probably will as well. I presume you've surrounded yourself with people that you like.
I'd imagine.
And at least share some interests.
See, I've got some suggestions, because last time I suggested maybe like t-shirts, so now I'm thinking spray paint on your car. Like you really enjoy the Space Jam Continuum.
Is that what you want them to write?
Like,
I really enjoy the Space Jam Continuum.
Yeah, get it tattooed on your forehead.
Yeah.
Get posters printed and give them to all your friends as Christmas presents or birthday presents.
Yeah, these are all options.
These are all golden ideas.
Don't spooge them all this episode. We've got a long time to go. We've gone through 5 years. We've done from 1937 to 1942.
Yeah.
We need to get to 1997.
Shit.
I think. Or 95? 95?
95, I think.
Okay, but still.
It's
a long way to go.
Yeah.
Don't spooge all your good marketing ideas.
Okay, I'll endeavour to come out with some more. And I know what will help that. More cartoons.
Well, more cartoons.
Yeah.
So, yeah, do any of those things. Like, we really appreciate it. It'll really help us out. Visibility is a big important thing.
Yes.
But right now,
cartoons.
The visibility of cartoons is important.
Let's visualise some.
Let's visualise. No, let's just put some on the telly.
Oh, right, okay. That will make for a better show.
$1943 then.
Wow.
And we're opening with... No, we're not opening with that one. That's
no! Let's not even talk about it.
1943 opens real proud with one of the Censored 11 called Coal Black and De Seven Dwarves.
I think that's all we need to say about it. Yeah, that's all we need to say.
Skip that one. Thanks.
Let's talk about Porky.
It's a Porky episode, and the reason we think this one's going to be a doozy, especially after the last episode, because Daffy's in a bit of a pickle now in Porkytopia.
Yeah.
Pickle and Porkytopia, that's what we're calling this one.
Oh, I like it.
On January 16th, 1943, no, January 23rd, 1943, we have a Porky cartoon called Confusions of a Nazi Spy.
I think it's going to be good.
I think it's going to be good.
I'm thinking... I don't think we're going to see Daffy, but I think we're going to...
I think we're going to get a good impression of...
As to what's happened.
What's happening.
Should we dive right in?
I'm scared.
Are you?
Yeah.
Genuinely scared?
A bit.
Oh, is your heart fluttering?
Well, I've been a bit... I've been waiting for one to be clearly a war episode.
Yeah.
And it hasn't really happened yet. But Confusions of a Nazi Spy, it's not hard to work out where they're going with that.
No.
They've hardly changed any of the letters.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting one, because this could spell the end.
I've just seen what we're starting next week with, but I'm not going to say it now. I'm really excited.
No.
So, there's a silver lining to every cloud. But right now, we're watching Confusions of a Nazi Spy, January 23rd, 1943.
Let's do it.
Well, it didn't go the way I expected, but we've got a real view into Porkytopia there.
Yeah.
So this follows Constable Porky, presumably also not Porky.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's...
Same as Porky's Cafe, Porky's Cinema, Porky's... whatever the other one was.
or whatever, yeah. There's a Porky something.
Constable Porky.
Yeah.
We have you in the police station.
Yeah.
First thing we see, we creep while you sleep.
Ah, it's so dark.
Pans across.
Yeah.
We see the crime cure.
Yeah.
It's in a jar. It's a noose. Says apply with a jerk. Pans across.
Dark.
We see the crime club.
Yeah. We see Exhibit A.
Exhibit A. It's just an A. That's not that dark.
It's funny though. I liked it.
We see the crime club. We see the long arm of the law.
Yeah.
Everything's there just to
scare.
It's scare. It's scare.
Apart from Exhibit A. That's
except for Exhibit A.
inform.
That's just correct.
Yeah.
We see the police dog.
Yeah.
He's asleep. His alarm radio comes up.
Yeah. He's not happy about it.
And
he's dog tired.
It is full on, state mandated, specific diet, breakfast, exercise.
Yeah.
He smashes it. I thought he was for the noose.
He probably is once
somebody
finds out.
Unfortunately, Constable Porky, when he comes in, is in too much of a tiz.
He is.
Because there's a spy. knocking about.
There
The
is.
missing links.
Yeah.
And they've got to find him.
And they do.
And they do. Now, this missing links, when they first find him,
Yeah.
he's disguised as a dog.
Yeah.
And they asked him if he's seen any spies about. And he goes in his suitcase. And he comes out with the lynx face. And he goes, does he look like this? And yeah. He goes, no, I haven't seen him. And he naps off.
Yeah, he does one. Leaves his bag.
He leaves the bag.
Does.
And you look in the bag. And there, Hitler mask.
Yeah. And I'm assuming their masks all work the same. Like, they look like masks when they're off, but when they're on...
When they're on, you just turn into the person.
Yeah.
But, like, got me thinking, this guy... I think this guy was sent by the agency to find out what happened to Daffy.
I think so.
He doesn't. We don't see Daffy.
No. He ends up tracking the wrong Porky.
But I also think he's probably been sent to a number of other places, both in our world and the Tooniverse. That's what the Hitler mask is for.
Yeah.
He's got to get in somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's a bold move.
Yeah.
I'll be Hitler.
Yeah, I was just going to dress up as Hitler.
But with Toon powers,
It's
we see what the transformation is like.
considerably easier.
But most of the episode revolves around him trying to blow up Constable Porky with a bomb in a bag.
Yeah.
A bomb in a suitcase.
Yes.
Now, the famous
assassination attempt
life
was, but that was until later. Yeah.
Wasn't until later. Which makes me think, old missing links here. He's redeployed in our world.
And tries the same again.
Next year. He's got an MO.
Yeah.
He knows what he's about. Lots going on.
It is really interesting. Like they do make out very heavily in that this Lynx is a German. Like a Nazi, because at the end he does the whole Zeke Heil.
He does,
bit,
but then again, like I don't know. I think he's German, not necessarily a Nazi.
Yes.
At the end, I don't know. The end was kind of weird, but up until then, I got the impression he was an agency spy.
Yeah,
I still kind of get the impression he's an agency spy.
I'm thinking he probably is still an agency spy, but because they're still trying to kind of peddle this propaganda, he has to portray, like, if he's going to lose, it's better that he loses. He loses as a Nazi.
German spy.
Yeah. So I think actually like
because he knows he was seen by the portal to lose.
Yeah.
So he has to in this universe sees as a cartoon.
Yeah. He has to stay in character. So I think so. He was given very specific orders.
He's a consummate professional.
Yeah. And it's like, look, if you're seen as the bad guy, that's fine, and he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Because he's like, well, I'm doing a job.
One really interesting thing, though, that like when he didn't know if he'd lost.
Yeah.
That I think very much supports the decoy Porky's theory.
Yeah.
Is when he goes in his bag and he puts on the Porky Pig mask, he goes, well, I don't know that you're the real Porky. Let's see some identification. They react to that. Now, if it was the real Porky, he'd know he's the real Porky.
Yeah, of course he would.
He wouldn't be like,
oh, that's a good point. Shit. Actually, I don't have any ID.
Yeah.
He'd just be like, no, I'm the dictator Porky.
Yeah, I am El Porco. I am the Porky Pig. I'm Porky III.
He wouldn't be confused.
But it worked.
Yeah.
It got him out of the pickle.
Yeah, it did.
And so, Porky decoys, I would say, confirmed.
Oh, wholeheartedly. I mean, like,
it's not him just going on a nice little bunch of little days out where he goes, I want to work in a cafe today. Because that was the other option, was him going full Kim Jong. And just I'm going down here today.
Yeah, I'm going to be working in a cinema. I'm going to be doing this. Like, no. So, we still haven't had the conclusion to Despot Porky yet.
No. But Daffy is still unaccounted for.
Daffy's still unaccounted for. We still know that some of the decoys are working. The agency are stepping in.
Yeah.
The agency are taking an active part in this now.
Yeah, and quite openly for us through the portal.
Yes.
Like, it's quite evident that at least a third party of some kind is interfering.
Yeah.
Which is good to see.
Yeah, no, it's about time that they...
Because early on we weren't really sure what the agency were about. They were just gathering intel.
Yeah.
But in this, a time of trouble.
Yeah, I'm thinking that it's, potentially you've done us a favour of, kind of helping out with the war effort and stuff like that, and they're trying to respond in kind
I think so.
The agencies.
That's the deal. It's like, look, we'll help you. Look, because we're in essentially peacetime.
Yeah.
We'll help you out with your war effort.
Yeah.
We'll send our spare ammunition.
But help us out
we'll
with
send
this.
our scrap metal. Like, we'll do all that. But, like, we're on the verge here as well.
So they're
more in a sort of borderline Cold War situation.
Yeah.
Which, you know, we can only hope resolves itself before the Cold War.
Yeah. See, that's another thing, because, like, you know, in this, like, in the time frame we've got to go through Vietnam. We've got to go through the Cold War. Like, you know, we've got the Tooniverse potentially helping us out in a lot of different war. Yeah, like in a lot of different war efforts.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how that relationship grows. It's a super special relationship.
Yeah, it is. It'll be an interesting one, and that's all to come.
Yeah, but that was a doozy. But it still hasn't answered the question.
Hasn't. But we're stuck in limbo.
And I'm still worried for Daffy. It's not that long till we see Daffy again, but I'm worried about him.
I am, because he did not look in a good way when he got dragged off by Porky.
He did not. And we've got to presume, like, because he was in, like, a theatre, that's in a position of power for Porky. It's probably...
Well, potentially, but we do know what happens when you pick a fight with Daffy.
That's true.
You don't win.
That's true.
So, like, all I know...
against the full military might of Porkytopia.
It's as long as Porky actually got him there.
Yeah.
Because we don't know if he did.
We'll find out next week, I hope.
Well, yeah, we should.
But we'll also be joined by an old favourite of ours.
Yeah.
Which I'm very much looking forward to. But until then, it's goodbye from me.
It's mostly a goodbye from me.
All right. That was a long day of recording.
We'll
be back to recording one a week next time.
Yeah.
But until then,
bye!